Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge twist basket on a round base floor lamp, which I happen to have right here. It's also a matching table lamp, and that is the 265001. This is the 242161, and we have one here to look at, lots of details to go over. Why don't we go over the height of the fixture itself, and that's going to be 58.5 inches to the very top of your shade. The base on it is coming in at 10 inches, that's round. When they talk about the diameter of this, they're really talking about the widest point, and that's going to be the shade itself. So, 17 inch across the bottom, it's going to be 6.5 inches across the top diameter, and then up the slope you're looking at about 11 inches. So, it's going to be using Hubbardton Forge's natural white Anna shade material. That's a bright white, and it doesn't interfere with the design of the fixture. It's a nice neutral. Basically, it's a nice crisp white. It's not going to be a creamy linen. It's not going to be a light gray. It's just a nice white that doesn't interfere with the design of your fixture, which is right here. That's the twist basket part of this. And I'll show you a cool video of this being made too, which you'll see a little later. The top of it is going to be black. That's the spider. And that's really about it. On this piece, I actually have, this is an older version of this lamp, and you'll notice the harp and the socket are brass, but in reality, what you're going to be getting on a newer piece is going to be gunmetal, so just kind of remember that little tiny detail. Little guy at the top is a finial, and that's going to go on and keep your shade on. That'll be the same finish as the pull-down menu says choose your finish. Okay, moving on. I want to talk about what's going on inside of this. It's going to be very specific about bulbs to a point. So let's talk about socket first. So you've got a dimmer on the socket, and basically it's an on-off dimmer. So the higher-end lamp companies no longer do three-way switches. They basically are kind of set up for LEDs in this world. If you want to go with an incandescent, you can go up to 150 watt, and that's going to be because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb that can get in here safely. But if you want to do LEDs, your only limit is going to be, can I get the bulb into the harp? So you'll notice it's going to say A19 bulb, and an A19 is this guy. We all grew up with this size. However, we're going to try a couple larger bulbs in this too to begin with. And like I said, this is the socket, and it's just, you'll hear it click. So that is off, that's on, back off again. And that's a dimmer. There's a chip inside of this, so there's a dimmer built into this, which is really cool. Only high-end lamps do this. Good to know. Now, you're going to see this part of it is the harp. Right, and this goes on pretty easy. It just kind of clips on and off. So when you get this, this is the only thing you have to do to put it together, is put this on and put on your shade. And it goes on like within a second or so, like that. You'll see it's a nice big space in here. So when you put in your A19 bulb, you're going to have a lot of extra room, which leads me to believe that you can put in larger bulbs if you want to. So this is an A20. There's also an A21. It's going to fit fine in here, which means that if I needed to, I can get a ton of light out of this. This could light an entire room beautifully. So these bulbs, these A19s, I can find out in the world as LEDs up to 150 watt equivalent, especially this kind, which I found at a Walmart in Vermont. But these A20s, easily 150 watt equivalent. Sometimes you can find them a 200 watt equivalent if you look online. So like I said before, tons of light. The very important thing is you're going to want to make sure that it's a dimmable bulb that you're picking up. They're going to offer these to you in different colors of light coming out of them. They're going to offer them to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's a super yellow, kind of on the orange side. They're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight, which sounds like it's warm, but it's not warm. That's a blue-white light that you would see on an overcast day or like in a convenience store, something like that. And that's going to be 4,000, 5,000 on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is called warm white or soft white, because that's the nice warmth of an incandescent bulb that we all grew up with. That's 3,000 Kelvin. That's the nice light that's coming down on my hands right now. So that's what we like to use here. But it's really up to you what you guys use. The important thing is get it in the bulb wattage equivalent. That's going to be important for what your needs are. Make sure it's a dimmable bulb, and that's going to be right on the mark. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.